So we've been litigating this class action case for the past 3 years, and we reviewed millions of pages of documents. We've deposed dozens of witnesses in this case, including fact witnesses and expert witnesses. We've retained expert hydrogeologists, toxicologists, and what we've learned through this case has really been quite shocking.
In fact, what we found was quite shocking. What we find is that this contamination originated back in the late 1960s. It was discovered by the late 1990s, and certainly the source of the contamination, that the use of an old clarifier during the pre-PCB manufacturing operations at 8020 Deering, was primarily the source, leaking these chemicals into the neighborhood. These chemicals continued to migrate and started to threaten homes nearby first, and now extending 2.5 miles downstream in the underground and the groundwater.
I think another thing that's particularly egregious in this case is ever since the defendants started earnestly looking at this site and the contamination leaving this site, they were aware of their plume and how it was spreading through the residential area. And every now and then, every few years or every so often, starting in 2015, the local authorities made them provide updates to certain community members about what they were doing, if they were conducting an investigation, the fact that they were conducting an investigation. But never in any of those notices do they actually tell people your house is on top of contaminated groundwater. Never do they tell these people exactly where these contaminants came from, who was responsible for putting them in the water table. They don't tell them what concentrations are underneath their homes, and that those concentrations that are underneath their homes actually meet or exceed the screening limits that indicate potential adverse health effects associated with those chemicals.
Yeah, it's the fact that they concealed this from the public, and in fact when they go out and interact with the public, they try their best, and they've been successful at this, to not share the fact that in fact there is a plume, that everyone within those 3,500 to 4,000 homes, their property is in fact contaminated. Their chemicals are present in the groundwater, in the soil vapor on that property, and pose a continual, constant threat to the homeowner.
And that's why we're so proud to be part of this case, uncovering facts like that, uncovering the deception that the defendants have wrought on the community, and hiding up and covering up their contamination as they've done here. Because of our experience, because of our background, and because of the resources we've devoted to this cause at this point in time, we believe those who feel like they're injured in this case, or maybe injured, are best suited to reach out to us and talk to an attorney and figure out if they indeed have a property that's been impacted, and see what their legal rights are.
Yeah, we look forward to talking to anyone who has a question or a concern or thinks that they might have a claim.